Hello my friend, welcome to this channel. Today we will make a soap bottle like the one you see in the thumbnail. In this tutorial, I will highlight the important parts and speed up the parts that are not really needed. First of all, I delete all layers in the viewport and add cylinder with 32 vertices. In edit mode, I change the shape of the cylinder to resemble the shape of a soap bottle using extrude, scale, and insert. At the top of the bottle, I add a panel in the middle. To create this shape, select all the looping edges with left click while holding Alt, then extrude and right click. This will place the extruded edge in the same place, and then scale the edge. At the top edge, I extrude the edge inward to create the inside of the bottle. To make it easier to adjust the scale edge, move the viewport to top view. Then I extrude it again inward to form a layer. Because there is a panel above the bottle, so in this object we cannot use the solidify modifier because it will only damage this object. So manual labor is needed. Keep extruding and scaling to form a layer to the bottom. At the bottom, I made a bevel with many segments to make it round. After the base model is formed, add bevels to the sharp edge. I place 3 to 5 bevel segments in random place. You can experiment with your own bottle shapes too. We need to bevel the inside edge too because this object will be glassy looking, so it costs more energy. If you have done the bottle, right click and set smooth. Then add subdivision modifier with 2 levels in viewport and 3 levels on render. You can add more if you need high resolution detail, but honestly this preference is enough. After you have done that, now we add a cylinder again, but now the vertices is only 16. Change the vertices on the left bottom and unfold the add cylinder option. In object mode, move the cylinder to the top and arrange the positions a little bit, then extrude and scale the top edge. On the front view, select half of the face with left click and holding Ctrl, then extrude the selected face away and straighten the face by pressing S. Select the angle that you want to straighten on XYZ axis, then type 0. So this will be the tip of the bottle and it has a square hole at the end. So watch this carefully because this is the hardest part in this tutorial. In edit mode, move to the top view, then connect the circle vertex with knife tool, press K to turn it on. To straighten the knife tool, press A to straighten it based by angle, or you can do XYZ rule too here. Do this in the right and the left of the shape, or you could symmetrize this or use the mirror modifier. On the square shape, add a loop cut there, Ctrl plus R, then slightly drag it to the circle on the right and then straighten the vertex. Once again, add more loop cuts. Here I just add 5 cuts there. On the Z-axis face, add 2 loop cuts and select the 2 faces in the middle of the tip. In extreme mode, extrude them in just the halfway of the tip though. In the inside square hole, add 3 loop cuts there to support the mesh. Here I add a bevel to round the connection, and on the inside square select the inner edge only, then bevel them with 3 segments. After you have done that, select the outer edge of the hole and add 3 bevel segments. Here on the corner we have created some endgone there, but relax, it's okay. Next we select all of the sharp edges of the tip, then bevel them with 3 segments. Then add a subdivision modifier on it and also delete the bottom face too. To make the tip curve, I use lattice deform here. To add lattice, press Shift plus A, then add lattice below the armature. In object mode, move the cube to the tip position and rescale it until it fits the square tip. Select the tip mesh, then add lattice modifier on it. Move the lattice to the top of the subdivision modifier, and on the object select lattice. Select the lattice box, then on the lattice panel, add 5 resolution on the U. Move to the edit mode. Here you can edit the vertex and just modify it until the shape is a bit curved. After you have done that, apply the lattice modifier and delete the lattice box because we don't need it anymore. In edit mode, select the top vertex only and Shift plus H to focus in only that selected vertex. Turn on the proportional editing, just click the circle symbol at the top of your viewport. Unfold the shape on the right of it and change the shape to sphere. Select some of the vertex and move it down in Z-axis while scrolling down your middle mouse button to adjust the influence. After you're cool with it, press Alt plus H in edit mode to unhide every vertex. Here I want to create the cap of the bottle, so I add more cylinder with 32 vertices, and move and drag the cylinder close to the top. Adjust the shape of the cylinder in edit mode, and on the top face insert and extrude up some face, then delete the middle top circle face and the bottom too. Select the sharp edge and bevel them, then add subdivision modifier, right click the mesh and set smooth. To create a depth or volume on the mesh, we will add solidify modifier here. In this shape, the solidify modifier will not create a problem because the shape is simple or not too complicated. Move the solidify to the top of the subdivision modifier, then adjust the thickness. Apply the solidify modifier and bevel the sharp edge. While the tip is selected, move to edit mode and duplicate some of the bottom circle of it. Then Shift plus D to duplicate, then right click to reset its position, then P to separate it by selection, then like this video. Select the duplicated circle and extrude it down to make a connection between the tip and the hose. The method is all the same as I did previously: solidify, subdivision, and bevel the sharp edge. And don't forget to bevel the inner edge too. To make a hose, we will use curve here. Shift plus A and select Bezier curve. Then on edit mode, adjust the vertex to match its position. There you can adjust the Bezier vertex to modify the arch of the curve. After it's all perfect and chill, move to the curve option panel and unfold the geometry. On the bevel option, increase the depth of it. Then right click the mesh and choose convert to mesh. Add solidify modifier there, adjust the thickness and apply the modifier. Bevel the sharp edge, add subdivision modifier on it, and right click to set smooth. On the bottle body, create a loop cut there and scale it on the Z-axis. Select half of the face loop, then duplicate and separate the mesh. Select the duplicated mesh and add a loop cut to support it when we add a UV ladder. So this mesh will be the label or the place we put the branding on it. After you done that, add a shrink wrap modifier and select the target to the bottle body. Then adjust the offset of it. Here I add 0.002 offset. Move to the body mesh. In edit mode, add loop cut inside of the bottle. So this loop cut will be the liquid surface. Turn on X-ray view and select the inner face only. Just be careful while selecting the inner face. You could experiment with the liquid volume here. You could do half empty bottle or whatever you want to create. Duplicate the selected face and separate by its selection. In the layer panel, select the duplicated mesh or the liquid mesh. Then fill the face on the top and add a bevel on the edge. Scale the mesh slightly to make it smaller a little bit because it will causing shadow issues if the faces are overlapping each other. Here I add solidify just for fun. This is unnecessary. And yeah, legally you have done the modeling process now. Congrats! In the render option, change the render engine to cycles and change the device to GPU compute. On the denoise panel, I check the GPU usage too. These sections really depends on your computer performance, so be careful with it. Maybe I'll create some render settings video later if needed. So what you think guys? Let me know in the comments. In world settings, I change the color to environment and add HDRI there. So in the body material, I changed the principal BSDF to glass BSDF, or you could experiment it with the transmission too. Then I add some material in all of the mesh. So just be creative with it. And finally, while the label mesh is selected, move to the shading tab and click new to add new material on it. Here I will add some paper texture on it. I have downloaded it randomly on the internet. You can do this too, or you can use noise texture. Add bump node and connect the color from image textures to the bump. Then connect the normal to normal. Adjust the strength of the bump a little bit and add a new image texture for the branding. I have done pre-made works here, so you should create your own branding too, guys. Connect the color from image texture to the base color. After you have done adding your branding, move to the UV editing tab and slightly rescale the UV until it fulfills your desire. Here I just created some backup of the work that I had done to prevent some issues later. So just think this is the checkpoint. Finally, in layout tab, select all of the mesh, then apply scale and rotation. Duplicate all of the mesh and move to collection, press M. Hide the main collection and add copy on the collection instance. So the copy collection will be the mesh that we are going to render. This copy is really useful, especially when we want to move its position. There I add a camera, light, and some cubes to make the glass surface for the render. I think that's all for today. Thank you. I hope you will learn something new here. I really appreciate if you consider subscribing to this channel because it's mean a support for me. And share this video to your friend in case your friend wants to learn more stuff in Blender. Once again, thank you and see you in the next creation.